All right, good morning, everybody. All right, so tomorrow I will be back on campus. So today is your final asynchronous day for the last few days. We've been working through Macbeth. Make sure that if you have not completed your Macbeth quiz from Friday, it does lock tonight at midnight. So you need to go back to last week's folder for Friday and make sure that that 10-question multiple choice quiz is completed before today at the end of the day. If that's going to be an issue, please make sure you reach out to me before the end of the day so that we can figure out another plan. All right, make sure that you do look at your week at a glance for what's coming. I'll take a second and show you that in just a minute. But I do want to go over what you're expected to do today. So, scene one of Act 4 is a little bit lengthier, but as long as you have these notes up in a new tab, as you read, you should be able to stay focused on what's most important. So, remember that the last time we saw Macbeth, he had his little mental breakdown from seeing Banquo, and he talked to Lady Macbeth about going to see the Weird Sisters and figuring out what's next in terms of, is the prophecy going to be fulfilled or not? And so we also met Hecate, who was our boss witch, and she mentioned, her disappointment, if you will, and frustration at what was going on with Macbeth and the Weird Sisters in the first place, and was plotting this demise of Macbeth. And so this is that encounter. So then you see the witches come through with these apparitions, and they have specific apparitions to heavily influence Macbeth. And remember, they're manipulating the situation to make Macbeth believe a certain thing so that way he acts on it in a certain way that we know will lead to his downfall. So make sure you pay attention to the different apparitions and their prophecies and try to think about what they mean. And you can follow through with my notes there as well as the specific places in the text that you want to focus on. So, for your discussion board for today, in a new entry, you need to describe each of the first three apparitions and the prophecy each tell Macbeth. So, in this example, the first apparition is an armed head. So, it's armored, right? It's ready for battle to warn Macbeth to beware Macduff. So, what is the apparition? It's the armored head. And what is the prophecy? To beware of Macduff. Okay, and then again, I have some text evidence where you can go back and find that prophecy and apparition there. All right, so that's all you're going to do for today. Remember, I'll be back on Zoom tomorrow, so it's really important that you show up so that way we can figure out where we're going this week. So you're going to notice that you have quite a bit of reading in these first days. Okay, so I have not been giving you, large amounts of things to be doing in our class respectfully. I've also been out, so you've had time these last few days. So you're going to need to put a little bit more effort into keeping up with the reading in this class this week, okay? Especially as a courtesy from, your English teacher, your favorite English teacher, being very cognizant of, what's going on in our lives lately. All right, so dual credit has extended the deadline yet again because our dual credit numbers are not where they need to be. So please tell your friends, do it. I know we're all tired. We're all tired of looking at screens, but this is free college credit, okay? And we would be remiss if we did not take this opportunity. We don't want to look back 5 or 6 years from now and regret not taking it when it probably is the easiest it's ever going to be. Not to say that things are easy right now, but typical dual credit courses are not this minimal. So I highly encourage you to do it if you haven't done so already. Remember, everybody's extending their deadlines, so get on it. All right, so today's scene one of Act 4. Tomorrow is scenes 2 and 3. Friday will be Act 5, Scene 1. And we're almost done with the play, folks. So you really need to be focusing on the reading and then looking at the questions that are coming up for you to be paying attention to. Then we're going to get into a time writing on Thursday and Friday. And I know that's not the best time for us to be doing our final major grade, but it is the only time, logically speaking, in the reading for us to set this up. And it's going to be an argumentative essay. And so after this, you would have practiced all the 3 different styles of essays on the AP exam, which is coming up a lot quicker than you think. We're in week 9 of our 10-week grading period. So it's imperative that you stay on top of your grades. This third MP assignments document is pretty much updated. I do need to go back and finish stuff from last week, especially including your quiz. So you definitely want to make sure that you're up to date on all of those items. All right, folks, if you have questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys back on Zoom tomorrow. Thanks for your patience and have a great Monday.